Hi there, this is Cameron from Venture Launch. The most recent update of Zoom has added these kind of cool little video filters. And I thought that they would be a perfect opportunity to create a digital QR code business card that I can use during virtual networking events, like if I'm going to a Chamber of Commerce event or if I'm introducing myself on Zoom for the first time, to be able to pop that up as kind of a lower third in my camera as a opportunity for people to download my contact information or visit my LinkedIn profile. So I am going to show you the 4 steps in my process that I use to create this particular lower third. So here we go, the 4 big steps to make this work. First, we have to decide where the QR code is going. So in my case, I created a dedicated page on my WordPress website that I call my No Waste Business Card, and I'm driving my QR code there. Other people might choose to send the QR code directly to their LinkedIn profile if that's how they prefer to do their networking, or maybe to their online booking link or to a specific offer. I happen to have a WordPress web page or landing page that I'm using for this, and I'll show you that in just a minute. The second thing you need to do is create your filter, create the file, the image that you're going to use as your filter. So in my case, I used Canva to create a transparent image, and I also used a second website called QR Code Monkey that helped me to create my QR code. The third step is that you have to use the Zoom website, the zoom.us website, and log into your profile to upload that filter. And then finally, inside of the actual Zoom app during your meeting, you need to activate that filter. So let's get started with part 1. All right, here we go. So the first thing I said we need to do is figure out where we want to send people when they scan our QR code. So again, you could choose to go straight to your LinkedIn. You could choose to go straight to your scheduling link. I made this dedicated page on my personal WordPress site. So I have a business WordPress site for Venture Launch. I have a personal WordPress site, which is this one. And I thought I would have my business card drive to here. Because we would assume that most people are coming to this from a mobile device, they use their camera to scan that QR code. I'm just going to shrink this down so you can kind of see what it looks like in the mobile view. The blue area down here is kind of where the website would typically start. But I made this white background block at the top just so that it's really, really quick and easy for somebody to see what they're seeing when they get to that page. And I have these 3 buttons: the download my business card, add me on LinkedIn, and schedule an appointment. Let me just stretch that back out and I'll show you what I have going on in there. A little too wide. Let's bring it back. Okay, so I'm just going to edit this page. So for the first of 3, for this button here, I created my most ideal contact card using my phone. So I put in the phone number I most wanted people to know, the email address I most wanted people to know, and I created a contact card. I exported that, and then I uploaded that contact card into my WordPress website, and then you can see that I have a link here to a VCF file. And what that means is that when somebody from a mobile device clicks on that, they're going to get, it's going to switch over to their Contacts app and give them the opportunity to just click the Save button to put the contact card directly into their phone. The second button here is just a link out to my LinkedIn profile. And the third button is to the page on my work website, my business website, where people can book a 15-minute call with me. I use Schedule Once connected up to my Keep CRM account. So if somebody wants to book that 15-minute call with me, they would click there and end up over on that page. So that's step one, is to decide where you would want this call to action, this QR code to go. So because we've decided, I'm going to go over to this page on my website, and I'm going to, I'm just fixing that certificate as well, but we'll just grab that and come over to this website called QR Code Monkey. I'll go back to the homepage here. So QR Code Monkey does have some premium features for things like tracking and dynamic updating, but creating a basic QR code is totally free. So here on their website, I'm going to take that address to my personal website and paste it here, or your LinkedIn profile, or whatever other profile page you're using, your Linktree, whatever you want. You can also set some custom colors. So if you wanted to set your custom, say, logo color in there, you are welcome to do that. So that's the one for Venture Launch right there. And then we are going to just create that QR code, and I'm going to download it as a PNG file. So we'll just give that a moment, and it should pop up. And there it is. It shows, not sure that it's showing on the screen share. There it is, showing that it has downloaded. Now that I have that QR code, I am going to go to Canva. Canva is a very popular cloud-based image creating software that lots of people use for social media. You've probably used Canva before. One little caveat to this is that to use Canva for this project, you do need to have the paid version of Canva. And the reason for that is that you need to be able to make the background transparent. You'll be able to assemble your file in the free version, but because it's a filter and you want people to be able to see through the image to you in the Zoom call, you do need to be able to make it transparent, and that is a feature of the Pro version. You could also make this file in any other software that you have access to if you have something else that you like to use to create transparent images. So I'm going to click up here on Create a Design. I'm going to click on Custom Size right there. And then here within the custom size, I'm sure lots of designers would have some idea of the exact number of pixels to use, but I happen to notice that a 5-inch wide by 1 inch tall seems to be really appropriate proportions for this filter. You'll be able to place exactly where on the Zoom screen you want this to fit using the Zoom app. So the idea is just to get the proportions generally right so that it's nice and wide, but kind of short so that we can put it down in the lower portion of the page. So the first thing we're going to do is upload our QR code, that one that we just created. So there's the QR. I have a couple in there already, but uploaded the one that we just created. And I'm going to put that pretty far over here towards the right. That kind of suited the style for me to put it way over there and make it fairly big. And then the next thing I wanted to do was place some text on it, tell people what'll happen if they scan this code. So for the first one here, I'm going to write, visit my virtual business card. And then for the lower one, because I have those 3 different kind of functions going on in there, I'm going to tell people what they will see if they go there. I'm going to place this over here. Oops. Place this right here below it. I think that looks pretty good. One thing that you'll notice about the example one that I used earlier is that I made this text white. The reason for that is because I usually wear a dark colored shirt. The background of my room is pretty dark, so I wanted the white to be there in contrast to cause more contrast. You also see I kind of just used an arrow from the Canva stock. And I also put a variation of my logo in here. So I think we'll actually do that this time as well. So back to uploads, I have a previously uploaded version of my logo, and I'm just going to drop that right there. And I think that looks pretty good, except that I do want to change these to white. I usually leave this to the very end because when you turn them to white, they get lost against the background. So we know they're there, but it would have been hard to place this logo if I had turned them to white right away. So now we are going to download this file. And the most important step here is to check this box that says transparent background and give that a download. And then there it is. It came out as add heading 2. So now that I've created the file, we're going to move on to step number 3. Step number 3 is performed here on the Zoom website. I had kind of made an error in my first, I think I mentioned this already. I made an error when I first did this, assuming that it would be in the Zoom app that I would be able to upload this filter. And that is not the case. I upload the Zoom app, upload the filter here in my Zoom profile. So, and also to do this, you have to be the admin of your account. So if you're just a Zoom user in a larger account, you won't be able to do this. This is the role of an admin or the owner of the account. I know a lot of us who are solo operators or small business owners are in fact the owner of our account. So what we're going to do is come down here to admin, click on this one here called account management, and then this one here called account settings. Once we're in account settings, we can either just scroll down until we find filters, or we can use this menu here to jump down to that section of the page called In Meeting Advanced. And then when we scroll just a little bit further down in that section of In Meeting Advanced, you'll see the one here called Video Filters. It's easy to find if you just look above for these images of video backgrounds. It's the section right below that. So I'm going to click on Manage One Custom Filter, and now I am going to upload that file that we just created a moment ago. And when I do that, you'll see the relative size of the Zoom window for somebody on mobile, sorry, on desktop. So we're going to put that down here in kind of the lower third. Click Next. And then if somebody is viewing us from their mobile device, it'll be a bit of a different shape. So we'll also put that kind of down here on the chest area. Click Next. And give it a fairly simple name. The name only shows up when you hover over in your Zoom app. So a simple name is probably all you need. So click Save there. And that then brings us to our fourth and final step, and that is to go back to our Zoom application. And I think this doesn't actually show up in the screen recording. Zoom is eliminating it, but I will describe it to you as we go just in case. So down here where it says stop video, or in some cases start video, we're going to want our video to be running. And then click on the little up arrow beside that. And then there's a button here that says choose video filter. Yeah, I think maybe it's not showing up in the recording. So it says choose video filter. And then there's a whole variety of them here on the screen that were stock, were built-in ones. But the custom one that I just created is there. And when I hover over it, it says cam card. So I'll click on that. Close those settings, and you'll see that that new video filter is there. Just to wrap this up, I am going to take my phone, click on the kind of basic camera app, take a, just hover it over top of that QR code, and you'll see that we have this little drop down here that says go to visit that page. And then there is that page with mostly the white space and those 3 potential call to action buttons. And then just one more thing that can be done there is that if I click this top one, you'll see that that's actually the Apple Contacts app, and I can click the Save or Done button to have that connect right up into my phone and have it stored there in my phone. So I hope that's helpful. I certainly don't use it for every single call and meeting that I go to. I use it for ones where I'm introducing myself or where it's a networking meeting or I have a specific call to action or invite that I'm trying to communicate. If you found this helpful, we are going to do some written instructions for this on venturelaunch.co in our blog section, and we'd be happy to have you subscribe there if you are interested in more content like this. Thanks so much.